Leonard Milton, and welcome to Milton Movie Classics. 2016 marks the 60th anniversary of the award-winning film version of the musical The King and I. Everyone remembers the epic classic with Deborah Kerr and Yul Brynner. But during my research into the making of this masterpiece, I stumbled upon several reels of lost footage from a test with a slightly different story and cast. It turns out that the Broadway play was doing so well that Rodgers and Hammerstein were approached by financiers to take it to the silver screen. But this time it would have a twist. This version would be about the preparation of financial statements. Who knew that the issues in SARS-21 were being discussed way back then? First, the old SARS 8 management use only statement was replaced by the preparation, and the accountant no longer has to worry about the distribution or use of those statements. But back to our film. The financiers also wanted to cast a couple of up-and-coming young actors to play the lead roles. So here is the opening scene with a very young Anne Margaret in the role of Anna and the accountant in the lost footage from The King and I and Accounting.
I can't believe I'm really in Siam to help teach accounting to the king's children. Where do I start? I suppose I'll need to teach them how a preparation engagement is actually different from a compilation engagement. I'm sure they'll ask a pretty obvious question. Doesn't the accountant prepare financial statements in a compilation engagement? That's a good question. Oh, he looks so stern. He scares me a little. But I must not be afraid. I can teach him. I'll do what I always do. Whistle a happy tune.
Whenever I start a job, I look to find the rules, and then I will have no doubt about the task that I must do. A report will be required for a compilation, but just prepare and no one will care if you have one or not. Consider independence when engaged to compile, but if it's preparation, then no one needs to know if you are.
Are you an accounting teacher?
Yes, I am.
You come with me now.
That was unusual, but I think Anne did a fantastic job with that number and integrating the accounting material into the scene. Now for the biggest surprise of all. Let's go to the palace and see who they cast in the role of the King of Siam.
The king is not in a good mood today. You can see him tomorrow.
No, I must see him today. He said he wanted to know about the requirement to add a disclaimer statement to each page of the financial statements.
Explain yourself. What kind of disclaimer?
You will want to alert the users with a phrase such as, "No assurance is provided on these financial statements."
Aha! Sound to me like you are trying to run away from your responsibilities. Everyone will know you did the work.
There is no requirement to include your firm name with the disclaimer statement.
Ha! The king does not need to hide behind such curtains. He will want his name on everything.
In that case, there is no rule to preclude him from doing what he wishes to do.
Your new ways are very strange and we do not need them. You will do as I say, not what your foolish SARS say.
I will not be told what to do. I'm going to see the king. Excuse me, are you the king?
Oh, yes, pretty lady.
I'm Anna Accountant Owens, your new accounting teacher.
Yes, I've heard about you. You brought us information from the West about this preparation thing.
SARS-21 provides guidance when you wish to prepare a client's financial statement.
I don't really care for rules. Will I need to follow them if I maintain the property records?
No.
How about if I prepare their depreciation schedules for them?
No.
What about a bank reconciliation?
No, not for that either.
Okay, let's say I do the journal entries for them.
No again. Those would simply be considered as assistance rather than a preparation engagement, etc., etc., etc.
What is this, etc., etc.?
It means and the rest.
Oh, now here's the most important question. What if I take them out for donuts? Or maybe some burgers and fries, etc., etc., etc.?
That's perfectly all right.
You know, I'm starting to like you. You're not like afraid of the king, are you?
Of course not.
Wow. Now, back in 1956, Elvis was just making it big in the US. So maybe this is where he got the nickname The King. Just wondering. Let's move on to another iconic scene. Here is Anna with her students.
Today, children, we will learn about bookkeeping issues.
Issues that could determine whether you are preparing financial statements or not?
Yes, let's say assisting with the preparation.
What would we be doing?
Well, perhaps you are entering journal entries into the client's software.
As Crown Prince, I demand, what is this software you speak of?
Don't worry, just go with it.
What next, teacher?
Then you push a magic button and remotely print the financial statements at your office for a client meeting. Would you have to follow the preparation rules?
Of course not. You have taught us so much, Miss Anna.
You know, I've learned a lot from you too.
Getting the job done's a breeze now. No more concerns now, no need to sweat the small stuff. No more concerns for statements that we are submitting, because unless the client engaged us to prepare them those statements, we don't care.
Mrs. Anna, how can you learn with so much laughter?
If done correctly, accounting classes can be fun and educational.
Another amazing scene, well executed. I was almost beginning to buy into the idea of these two young stars as the leads. But this next scene was probably the deciding factor in casting.
Okay, so what about a situation where I'm not the client's auditor, but my client engages me to prepare financial statements to give to the auditor so they can perform the audit? Surely I don't have to follow your SSARS 21.
Why, yes, in that case, you certainly would.
But why? No one's using them except the auditor, and they're going to put an audit report on the financial statements.
The preparation guidance applies anytime you have been engaged to perform the preparation, regardless of the use. Let me show you.
It applies anytime preparation is engaged. It applies when that type of engagement is arranged. There's no need to discuss how the statements will be used. If your client engages you to do a preparation, it applies, it applies, it applies.
No. Pretty lady, that's not how you do it. Hey, guys, hit it.
It applies anytime preparation is engaged. It applies, it applies, it applies.
I see. Thank you, King. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess you see what I mean. But I am grateful that this lost footage was finally discovered. It explains a lot of things. Thanks for joining me on this cinematic journey to what might have been. See you next week when we take a look back at an alternate take on The Sound of Music, with Yoko Ono and John Lennon.